Yeah.
Hi, it's Devin here with Mogul Realty and EXP, and it's a great fun day. We're doing key release day. It's one of the funnest things that I get to do as a real estate agent. Today we're here with Sam and Pat, who after a long year of looking are finally moving into their new home in North Edmonton, and I wanted to take some time to talk to them. First off, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
They're hard at work moving in, so we just took a couple of seconds to have them come and talk to us. I first met Sam and Pat over a year ago, and they're first-time home buyers, and they were looking for a house where they could actually rent out the basement separately. Pat's in the military, and so if you are in the military and you're looking for a place to live, just get a hold of me, and I can get a hold of these two. But I just wanted to talk first off about the recent experience when we started to put some offers in. A lot of first-time home buyers don't necessarily go through a multiple bid situation, but you two went through two of them. So if you want to talk a little bit about that experience as first-time home buyers, what was it like?
It was a little bit kind of like eye-opening because I didn't really know what to expect in terms of like, okay, like how's the process work?
Yeah.
So the first one was a little bit kind of like, okay, like multiple bids, but you also don't want to come up too quickly, too much too quickly.
Yeah.
In terms of like feeling like, okay, now we're overpaying what we want to pay for the house.
Yeah.
The second time we did it, it was a little bit easier just because we had an idea of like what it was like.
Right.
And then obviously using your advice was helpful as well. That's what it was like from my point of view. I don't know if you have anything else.
It felt like a game, honestly.
A game?
Yeah, it's not a game because it's obviously a big purchase, but it was kind of fun in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and in both cases, it's great that we lost out on those multiple bids because they ended up with a much better house than what we were looking at. And so the next experience that the two of them went through was the inspection process. And both times they failed the inspection, and for very good reason, because the houses were not quite where we needed them to be. So let's talk about that experience.
Yeah, well, the first one kind of made sense just with the price of the home. So it was a little bit different in terms of like, okay, if we're paying this price, it makes more sense. There's going to be a few things wrong. But that second one was just, I guess, a brand new redone home.
Yeah.
Having that many issues, it was like, okay, we're paying a more premium price for what you'd hope was premium work.
Yeah.
But then when it wasn't, it was like, yeah, like we're not comfortable doing this, so we're gonna move on. Like the one thing we liked about this one was, at least with the sellers, not wanting to waste time. So like we said, with the negotiating, it was like, hey, this is the price we'll do. Like we don't want to waste anybody's time on both sides.
Pat appreciates
which
that
is the
a
way
lot.
that I like to operate.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So that was beneficial for us when we got this place.
Perfect. Anything to add?
Well, the first time I actually found it a little bit more overwhelming because it was a lot of information to take in at once, and I guess I just, like, obviously never having done it before, I didn't really expect it to be like that, and obviously that wasn't a good inspection. And then the second time I was kind of like, okay, like I kind of expected this, which isn't a good thing. And then obviously it ended up being like not up to what we were hoping for, so we had to pass on that as well. But
Yeah, the second house that they failed was actually a fix and flip, and it looked really good. However, once we brought Pierre from Overview Property Inspections in, who did a great job, he certainly showed that there was some things that weren't really up to snuff, and that can be concerning because when you actually find a couple of things that maybe you didn't see the first time, then the inspector gets in and really starts to see all that stuff. You start to wonder, okay, what else is wrong with this property? So we're happy to move on. And we ended up going with Technicon Construction Services, who completely renovated this house. So you've got a brand new renovated house. And what do you think of it?
Well, so the package you left, we just looked through the before photos.
oh my gosh,
They did a really good job.
they did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at the before photos when I would have never looked at that house, like this house, if it looked like that. Honestly.
Yeah.
So they did great. Yeah.
It was really, really good. And so you're moving in and you're looking for a basement tenant. So I know, Sam, you've been mostly dealing with that. Pat's now back to help out. But what's that process been in regards to looking for a tenant for your lower suite?
Well, we only posted it on like one platform so far, and at first we thought maybe I didn't put my contact phone number on it, and then we finally got somebody who contacted us to view it. We actually haven't done any showings yet, but we reposted it again, and we got another hit, I guess, on the ad. So we've got a couple viewings coming up tomorrow,
Yeah.
but we haven't actually shown the place to anybody yet. So
Okay.
it's going to be a new experience as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
I'm here to help, so if
Yeah.
there's any questions, certainly reach out. And then the last question I have for you is, how was your experience working with myself and with the Mogul Realty team?
Oh, great. Fantastic.
So, like, obviously, I'll say you're the best realtor I ever worked with. But you're
Yeah.
also
Oh, thank
the only
you.
realtor I ever worked with.
We'll edit that part out.
So, no, man, like, we, even when we got frustrated, we talked about, like, I even said to Sam, like, we're dealing with the mortgage brokers, like, how can these people call themselves professionals, and, like, getting frustrated. And Sam's like, except for Devin. Devin's been fantastic the entire time. And I'm like, yes, of course. Like, I'm not including Devin when I say this. Like, I'm just frustrated with whatever's going on. So, it was great, man. Like,
very patient with us, obviously. It's
Yeah.
been a year, so.
yeah, with Sam being a little pickier, you were really patient with kind of getting her on what she, like we talked about, the must-haves and the like can
Compromises,
negotiate
yeah.
on. So we will definitely, when we look for
Our next
the
place,
next
so.
property, be in touch. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I really enjoyed working with both of you. It was a very unique experience, as Sam was actually out of country for several months. Sorry, Pat was, not Sam.
Half of us,
Pat,
whatever.
Pat was out of
Yeah.
country for quite a bit of the first part of this year, and of course COVID hit, and it was just a tremendous experience.